Hello, my name is Pavел Lukša. For the last 12 years, I have actively worked on exploring the future of education, work, cities, space, and over 40 sectors of economy. I have co-authored open source tools of foresight that were used in over 20 countries of the world by thousands of practitioners, helping them better understand long-term perspectives and make more informed decisions. We conducted the world's largest future awareness events and catalyzed hundreds of businesses and educational projects and ecosystems. Future has always been my passion. When in 2020 COVID-19 pandemic started to unfold, I sensed that clearly something unusual started to happen. Global travel and events were cancelled, people were massively laid off, supply chains were disrupted, and businesses around the globe started to go bankrupt. I felt we needed to evaluate how serious the situation was. Is it a passing crisis? Are we expected to go back to things how it used to be? So we have conducted several projects to understand the emerging reality. In partnership between my team and WorldSkills, we aim to understand the future of economic sectors, skills and learning in the 2020s, involving over 800 experts from 49 countries, and exploring the future of industries that cover 90% of global employment. Another project comprehensively explored the predictions of over 50 leading futurists, creating a consolidated vision with over 200 economic, social, geopolitical and cultural trends for the coming decade. Our work has confirmed we are entering into a special period of human history that in many regards can be considered decisive. The future ahead of us is full of massive and potentially mortal dangers unseen before. Climate crisis rose to the top of ranks as #1 global risk. Climate change creates problems for billions of people with food security, water availability, and health conditions. Geopolitical risks are escalating, and there are hints that a new Cold War between major economic powers of the world began to unfold. Dormant ethnic and religious conflicts reappear, contributing to global security challenges. It is worth remembering that the first global war of the 21st century could easily be its last one, given all kinds of lethal technologies possessed by humans, such as the thermonuclear weapons. Technological progress of the 21st century, including rapid digitalization, also creates massive risks. The humankind is on the verge of surveillance state and surveillance capitalism, when our every step will be tracked by digitally enhanced environments, and our behaviors are also increasingly shaped by its algorithms, often not to our own benefits as human beings. Furthermore, the ongoing creation of an unsupervised, self-improving artificial intelligence can open a Pandora box that humanity won't be able to close. But it doesn't mean our future is all dark and grim. Our society has created the largest systems of collaboration in the history of humanity, supported by communication networks such as internet. Our scientific, technological and social innovations rapidly help to eradicate diseases and hunger around the globe, and provide every human being with opportunities to learn and flourish. Digital transformation invites us to create human-centered economy when our best human capacities, our creativity, our collaboration, even our kindness, will be the foundation of our collective well-being. We are also gradually learning how to take care of our planet and how to use sustainable and regenerative approaches to make our industries, cities, and society friendly to nature and all life. Our society has accumulated an enormous wealth of knowledge, technologies, and capital. We have more people than ever dedicated to creating innovations and solving the world's problems. To give you an example, 90% of all scientists and engineers who have ever lived are living today. We have everything in our hands and are better equipped than ever to solve world's challenges. The 2020s can be the most hopeful decade, and it can become the most disastrous decade in the history. And so, what is the secret ingredient required to secure the flourishing future for all? It is our attitude, our mindset, our approach to life. Many of us are not very open to learning, to collaborating, to trusting one another. But even more important is our way of engaging with the future. Are we passive future takers, or do we empower ourselves to be future makers and co-creators? The future is constantly shaped by our actions. If we address environmental issues, design new technologies, or struggle for social justice, it is through our action that the future will be created. If we practice kindness with our neighbors or teach good things to our children, it is through our actions that the future is seeded. Even if we decide not to make choices about the future and only focus on our present problems, our choices impact our future. Passivity, ignorance, selfishness, or short-term thinking often all lead to less desired futures. And so the future is not given to us, it is practiced by us. By choosing to consciously practice it, to be aware of our possibilities, we create the world that we want to see. We call this approach protopia. In the past, humans were often inspired by utopias. Utopia means in Latin a place that doesn't exist. We understand that utopias are not realistic, yet our ancestors in the past were often tempted by utopias, and this temptation led to frustration, oppression, and bloody conflicts. Protopia offers to create optimistic but achievable future, something we can achieve if we try. Most important, it is not the future we make for someone else, it is the future we create for ourselves. The future that is created by doing what we value, embodying what we want and hope for. And so, if we want the world to be kind or just, we need to embody qualities of kindness and justice. We need to become the world we want to see. By learning to do it together with others, with our family, friends, peers, colleagues, we create protopia. I want to emphasize that this approach is different from innovations that solve problems of the world. It is not a technology or tool we create for others. First and most of all, it is the way of being, thinking, and acting, something we do for ourselves. It is not something we sell. It is what we learn and practice all the time. Yet many innovators in agriculture, cities, arts, management, education begin acting in this way. There is an emerging movement in the world, the movement that connects human learning and action to creating the world that works for all. By choosing to become future practitioners, we all become this emerging movement. In our projects in Russia and worldwide, we learn how to practice and the future we want to see. And we want to invite you to learn with us, and many innovators and trailblazers in all regions of our planet. We are open for cooperation and ready to act together. We invite you to explore our vision of the future, our reports on future of education, work, and society. Discuss it and co-create it with us. Explore our global map of future practices, the map of communities and solutions that work towards protopia. Join our educational projects on protopia, or invite us to join yours. The coming decade is decisive, and the future depends on all of us. Let's learn to make protopia real.